Hello, it's Argo here. Thank you very much for checking this out. This is episode number 6 of our first playthrough of Tell Me Why. If you haven't seen the previous episodes, I will link episode number 5 right above right now. So I would definitely check that out before you start watching this one, because we will talk into some spoilers leading up to this episode. So we started in episode number 5. We started chapter number 3, Inheritance. We ended with Allison going through some emotional, dealing with some emotional baggage from her past. We confessed to Eddie what happened, and that Allison is the one that killed Mary Ann. And also we went and talked to Sam. Kind of learned a little bit more of Sam's sad story about him being an alcoholic. He is he's very in debt. And he is also going to court for DUI cases. So Sam confessed to her that he is not their father, which is the line of thinking that I was already thinking that he wasn't. I'm still thinking it's Tom, but that's where we left off, and we are going back to play as Tyler. I know Michael is supposed to come talk to him, and also Tyler and Allison has had a little fight. So they haven't talked to each other since the day before. So we will get right into that and see where it goes. So with that, let's go and see how this ends.
Now, if you ever come back here, I'm going to kill you!
That's the last memory that Allison saw, where
Hey,
she said she couldn't do it anymore.
Tyler?
She had to leave.
I've been looking all over the place for you. Are you alright?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Whoa, whoa. Hey, let's get you off your feet, okay? Come on. Listen, if you want to be alone, I'll go. But if there's anything you need to get off your chest, I won't snitch.
You saw Allison? How is she?
Yeah. I went back to check on her this morning. She was in a pretty bad way. Whatever went on between you two, it wrecked her.
Look, I don't want to drag you into this.
Well, I'm already in it, and you look like hell, so...
I just got a lot on my mind.
Well, I know one thing that's good for that. As a wise man once said, fishing is the cure to the wounds of the heart.
I'm not in the mood. Was that you? I don't know. I don't know if I'm in the mood for fishing. I don't want to turn him down either, though. But I'm going to go that route.
I don't know if I'm in the mood.
No way. After
He's
all
probably
that
gonna talk
talk, you're
him
not
into it
backing down
anyways.
on me, are you?
I don't know.
Come on, we're burning daylight. Let's go.
Where are we gonna
Figured he's
go?
going to talk him
Why go
into it
anywhere
anyways.
when we have a perfectly frozen lake right here?
Ice fishing in November?
Yeah, it got cold way fast this year. Climate change. That shit's gonna kill us. But hey, fish first. You can walk behind me if you're afraid, though.
You're actually serious?
I am a very serious man, Tyler. Let's go. We still have to get everything out of the car.
Okay, we're going to stay here by the house.
Stage is set. It's showtime. Whenever you're ready.
You sure you don't want to go?
Nah. Look, no way I'm gonna rob you of your first catch in your own backyard.
All right.
Got everything you need, by the way?
Yeah, I'm good.
Man, I'm so gonna miss this.
Miss what?
Just hanging out and fishing and... I'm not gonna have a lot of time after we move to Juneau with school and the JC and everything.
Right.
So did any of the people you came up with at Fireweed land in Juneau?
Oh, I'm not sure. Once they left, I never really kept in touch.
Really?
We weren't that close. Everyone moves on. I don't want to say we're not really
People
close,
came
but-
and went a lot. And besides, everyone moves on eventually, right?
Not everyone. Not people who get so close they're like family.
I already have a family.
Well, there's a reason we think of families as trees. They keep on sprouting new branches and...
Oh, hey, I think I've got a bite.
You got this. Reel them in.
Oh boy.
Come on, pull up on the rod. Now give it a nice pull.
I got it. Slippery little.
It's like the easiest fishing.
Got it.
Bravo.
First of many.
Pace yourself. It's a marathon, not a sprint.
Thanks, Sensei.
Oh, hey, did you want to make solid plans to hit the buzzard hole? The river might ice over soon, so we shouldn't wait too long.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure.
Sweet. I was planning to go Saturday. I'll pick you up on the way out.
Cool. I'll set my alarm to ass crack of dawn. You got anything good in there?
Maybe, but who says I'm willing to share?
Okay, fine, be that way. You have this whole fancy bag just for ice fishing?
You don't mix and match. Ever.
Jeez, you don't mess around, do you?
Told you earlier. I'm a very serious man.
All right, here we go.
Let's get it. A little bonding experience for them.
Okay. How about them apples?
Nice job. So, you weren't all talk.
Impressed?
I only see 2 fish in my cooler.
For now. So, about last night. I don't know what Allison said, but from my side, well, I thought we were on the same page. But it turns out we weren't.
Hey, so don't tell her I told you, but last week your sister was almost unbearable. She was jumping up and down with excitement at you coming back.
Really?
You better believe it. Look, the last time you saw each other, you were kids. Just because things have changed doesn't mean you can't work it out.
We're too different. I think I pushed her too hard.
I know. It's probably my fault. I really pushed her last night. I just don't get why she always has to run away from everything.
You blame her?
Avoiding the problem doesn't make it go away. She's so fixated on selling the house. It's like she's trying to bury the past. All of it. Even the good parts.
Look, I'm not picking sides here. Okay, but she's been murder house girl ever since it happened. Now she's got a chance to put it behind her and start fresh. Shit, I'd be pretty eager too.
I didn't really think about that. I was the kid who killed his mom. I don't want to say I was the kid because I didn't really think about her and what she had to go through.
I guess I didn't really think about that. I've been so focused on my own shit. It's been hard, you know? Figuring out how to live out here.
You mean outside of Fireweed?
Yeah. When I first got there, all I could think about was getting out. It felt like a cage. But after a while, it started to feel more like a shell. I figured out who I was in there. But now I've got to work out how to be that person out here.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, none of us really know what we're doing. Like, shit may look bleak now, but your sister's never gonna give up on you. And you can lean on me too if you want. Just be careful, okay? Got a bad left shoulder.
I'll keep it in mind.
Michael's a good friend.
Thanks for listening.
Don't mention it.
So do you always drive around with an auger in your car?
It's not how it looks. Okay, I swear. I was already planning on going ice fishing with the family this weekend. I made a mistake of forgetting the auger one, so we had nothing on hand but an ice chisel. That'll scar a man for life.
Fair enough. Don't you say anything. I got that.
I think this will be the last fish.
Easy.
Get it? Go.
Whoa. Bam. 3 out of 3.
Well played. I got nothing. That was clean.
I'm a little disappointed. Hey, can I ask you something that's pretty personal?
Sure. Take off the gloves.
You've been with people, right?
Oh.
Romantically?
Yeah. A few. Have you?
No, not really.
That's kind of surprising.
I'm good on my own. I never really thought about it. I never met the right person. I never really thought about it. Of course, he thought about it. But I never met the right person.
I guess the right person just never came along?
But you're open to the idea?
Yeah, I could be. Let's say I'm reevaluating.
You want my take on it?
Sure.
Heartbreak sucks. Look, I stopped listening to the entire indie folk genre just because I was dumped at a show once. But I put myself back out there just like everyone who's ever gotten their heart stomped on. Because when you meet someone who really sees you, you don't have to pretend anymore.
Hard to argue with that. You still want to risk it with me? It's not just for me. I don't know if I want to be forward enough to say you still want to risk it with me. I'm putting it hard to argue with that and see where it goes.
Hard to argue with that. And you're still interested in being that someone? Even after all the shit that's happened?
Hey, I've got baggage too. I think it's worth a chance. Don't you?
We're in total agreement.
I think we're in total agreement here.
Yeah?
Yeah. I get this feeling like I could say or do anything with you and it'd be cool. I feel safe.
You are. Because your sister would kill me if I did you dirty.
Yeah, she would.
So, doesn't look like you're catching anything with that. You want me to show you how it's done?
Go for it.
That's really sweet. Obviously, Michael is a really good guy. So he's not having
Hey,
the anxiety as
you're missing the
Allison
show.
did. Which he thought he would at the very beginning. Make a move or do nothing. They got that look in their eye. Let's make a move.
You okay?
That's really sweet for Tyler. That's a really good moment for Tyler. It's like the complete opposite experience from Allison. Her morning was terrible and so emotional. Tyler. finding someone he can be himself with. Oh,
So,
that shed.
Yeah.
Yes, one way to put it. Hey, Allie. I think I'll just show myself out.
Okay, call me later?
You know I will.
Sorry for interrupting.
No, it's totally fine. We were done anyway.
Catch anything?
Mostly ice, but yeah.
Tyler, I'm sorry for freaking out yesterday. All of this, it's just been really hard on me.
Don't apologize. I was being an asshole. We should have never pushed you that hard.
Come here. God, why did I miss you so much? It's only been a day.
I've been told I have that effect on people.
You dum-dum.
Tell him about the shed.
Okay, so I need to show you something.
What? You're kind of weirding me out.
Can we sit down for a sec?
Just go to the shed. Oh,
So, what is it?
I was just at Sam's. He's not our father.
How do you know?
I asked him, point blank.
arson's not his style. Yeah, I don't think arson's his style.
I'm not surprised. Burning down the barn didn't really seem like a Sam move.
Yeah, I guess it was silly to suspect him in the first place.
Tall.
He'd never hurt Mary Ann's kids. There's something else. Look at this. This was taken in 1992 when Mary Ann first moved to Delos Crossing. See that ladder? Sam told me the barn has a loft. He helped her build it. Apparently she never told anyone about it.
And it's still there?
As far as he knows, yeah. What do you think? Should we give it a shot?
We've come this far. And
Let's
a
do
hidden
it.
loft? That's got secret shit written all over it.
Let's go.
All right, so we're gonna stay as Tyler.
Ugh, what a mess.
What do you think is up there?
I don't know. I'm trying not to speculate. My brain was going to some real dark places.
It's probably just storage. We don't have to do this. I'll protect you.
Don't worry. Whatever's up there, I'll protect you.
We'll see how chivalrous you feel when you've got bats in that perfectly coiffed hair.
The handle should be behind this.
Ah, there it is.
Ooh.
It's opening up.
The secret keeper always did store all the best secrets in the clouds.
Yup. Come on, let's find a way to climb up there.
All right, now we get the ladder. Oh boy. What secrets could Mary Ann keep in there? Oh. Oh, wow. They would have loved that as kids.
Can you see anything?
Nope, nada.
What do you mean nada? Look at that's the best loft to a shed you ever see.
Here, found a switch.
Holy shit. Well, that shaved a few years off my life.
Mary Marianne had to spend a lot of time up there. Holy moly.
Whoa.
It's
Her story.
Look, she left us something.
Oh, what is it?
It's got a combination lock with letters.
Of course, a puzzle.
Do you think she hid the code somewhere in all this?
Knowing Mary Ann, probably.
Well,
Always a puzzle.
you want to do this?
Yeah. Let's start here.
Okay.
Recognize this?
Yeah. It's from the story where the goblins tricked the Mad Hunter.
It looks like it, but it's different, right? Can you check the book?
Once upon a time, there was a young princess who felt helpless.
Oh, here it is. Why do you think she changed the picture?
I don't know. Maybe it's a message. Like, the differences between the two mean something.
Something about Mary Ann, right? Since she's the princess?
Yeah. Why don't we try to find them all and then see if it makes any sense?
Okay, spot the differences. It moves. Oh, some of these parts are buttons. Huh. No goblins.
Yeah.
Oh, you have to see the difference of the map.
In the original, the goblins managed to save the princess from the Mad Hunter.
So we saved Mary. Huh. Is there an extra star here? Or am I just imagining that?
No castle?
Why do you think she added that castle in the background?
See the color of the flag? It could be the Gold Lady's castle,
The princess is running away from the Mad Hunter.
who was sent by the Gold Lady, according to the story.
Do you think the Gold Lady could have been Mary Ann's mom? I mean, she always used to say she moved to the end of the world to get away from her family.
Yeah, you're right. She ran away. Just like the princess is here.
Maybe that branch looks a little bit different?
No.
I don't know. Even if the branch is a little... Did she add that flower? Is that like an innocence lost kind of thing?
Figured anything out yet?
Still figuring it out. Okay.
Nah, still figuring it
So
out.
it's the what looks different. That's there. This is not there.
It's just a random star. No special meaning.
That's definitely different. The hands. All right, I think that's it.
Figured anything out yet?
Oh,
Nah, still figuring it out.
okay. So there's two there. Oh,
It's not the same title, so I guess that counts as a difference.
I think that's it. Right?
Figured anything out yet?
No. All right.
Nah, still figuring it
Let's
out.
go through each one and see.
A pink flower. Was that in the original picture? Never mind. That's nothing.
Pink flower is definitely there.
I'm really grasping at straws
That's
here.
it.
That's it. Whoa.
What's in there?
I need to see the
Pictures.
the other lily pad.
Letters.
Ooh,
Have you ever seen an artsy environmentalist? Yep, that sounds like Mary Ann's exact kind of catnip.
who is that?
Did you know she studied engineering?
No. It looks like she changed her major to visual arts.
I don't think she actually got it changed. The paper's not signed and it's all wrinkled, like someone tried to throw it away.
Oh, what is this, Brett? I can't do this anymore. You deserve better than cliche bullshit. Like, it's not you, it's me. But the truth is, it's all just been too much to deal with, and I've realized that I'm not ready. Maybe if we could have dealt with all of this on our own without your mom constantly putting pressure on us, things could have been different. But the damage is done, and it's probably too late for that now. I'm so sorry. You're an amazing person, and you made me a better man. I hate myself for doing this, but I feel like we're both be better off apart. There I go with all the cliches again. Please don't ever stop being you, who you are. Here, till I'm gone, Brett.
Could this guy have been any more cryptic?
Who is Brett?
Wow, I don't think I've ever seen a picture of her that young.
I think that's her mom in the background.
Okay. She was a ballerina?
Oh, poor thing.
Why would she keep an old drawing of a pet in here?
I can't believe she was a ballet dancer. Marianne.
And a good one, too.
God, that's so not her. The gold lady. That was definitely her mom.
So, did Marianne grow up kinda rich?
Maybe. Would have been nice to have some of that.
Tyler, see that little light? I think we need to solve this one next.
Okay.
There's the gold lady again.
Oh, all these puzzles.
She's all over the board. There was a figure of her in that stash by the madhouse.
Needed to-
Hey, I can move the piece next to the gold lady.
All these pictures.
Oh, it's gonna be the
Is the gold lady setting the animals free?
Judging from the broomstick, I'd say she's getting rid of them, not setting them free.
bird for sure.
The princess dancing, playing violin, spinning wool. I guess this is stuff she did for fun?
Notice how unhappy she looks in all these pictures? I
Ballet
don't
for
think she
sure.
was having any fun.
And the money?
The wise princess looks like she's trying to run away.
And she's being watched by the gold lady.
And this one, he was...
What's the gold lady doing?
Whispering something into someone's ear behind the princess's bed. Figured anything out yet?
So the money, I'm assuming it was the money, right? It's definitely the ballet dancer. It's definitely the bird. Run away from the money.
Nope.
Seemed like he was... What did he say he was?
Is that it?
It's opening.
Oh, the ideas. Okay. I knew he was a painter.
What's in there this time?
Couldn't really see what that one was. Oh boy. Picture of their house?
Is that Carol?
Yeah, and Sam. Look at him. He's so young and happy.
Wow. She worked for a watchmaker in Juneau before she moved to Delos. Oh, so that's how she found the house.
What is this?
Salmonberry Park. Huh. Is that some kind of commune?
Looks like it.
Don't be a
So
stranger.
weird to imagine her living in a community like that. With, other people.
The weirdest part is how they all seem to love her. Where was prom queen Marianne when the whole town was turning on us? Her father.
Ooh. 1996. That's not too long ago. I hope this letter finds you, but since you didn't leave any contact information, I will have to send it to your aunt to hope for the best. I am writing to you inform you that your mother passed away last week. We just had her funeral reception. The house has been filled with people all day, friends, family, colleagues, and church members. It's now 11 p.m. and I'm Sitting alone on the kitchen table surrounded by dozens of trays of food, flowers, and sympathy cards, your cousin Addie brought in a beautiful photo album full of holiday pictures. You're there in all of them, but you weren't here today. We haven't heard from you in 4 years, and can only hope you made it to Alaska or wherever you are, and that you and your child are both safe. So it's not, doesn't seem like it's Tom then, because she had the kids before she went to Alaska. Your mother has been sick and depressed for years, and you can imagine why. The pain of being shunned by her own daughter, knowing she had never get to see her grandchild grow up. It spread through her body like cancer and consumed her completely. That's so unfair to write. That's unfortunate. All this suffering simply because you ran away like a temperamental little girl instead of accepting her help when you got pregnant out of wedlock. After dropping out of college and without a penny to your name, she only stepped up to help because she knew you weren't ready to raise a child properly, Marianne. A mother's duty doesn't end with a child leave home. Now that you're a mother yourself, I hope you will begin to understand that good parenting isn't about coddling children. It's about providing them and shaping them into the people they're supposed to become, whether or not they like it or not. I won't trouble you again. You've made your intentions clear. I just thought you should know. Dad.
What the hell? Marianne was pregnant in 1992, before she even got here.
Before us?
Oh, it was before them?
Do we have a long-lost sibling out there somewhere?
It's possible, but she could have given it up or miscarried. Who knows?
Yeah, you're right.
I was thinking the child was
Do
them.
you think we could track down her father?
You mean the grandfather she never told us about? I don't think I want to.
You're not at all excited about having more family.
You saw the letter. I don't think we want any part of that.
Fine. Let's keep digging. This just lit up, so I think we're supposed to try this one next.
What's this?
Some sort of map?
This looks like a dinner party with the old bear and the very old beaver.
What's that plant thing on top?
Oh, those are definitely salmonberry flowers.
Hey, that degree in outdoor studies is paying off.
Some sort of clock? This is the princess's house. That's the gold lady's. It seems like it's
think
not doing anything.
Let's start with the gold.
Maybe
lady.
it's broken?
Let me redo that. I think you might start with the castle first. Castle first.
That's the gold lady's castle.
What's that
berries.
plant thing on top?
Oh, those are definitely salmonberry flowers. Some sort of
Time
clock.
has passed. She got the
This
house.
is the princess's house.
And then
This looks like a dinner party with the old bear and the very old beaver.
got it.
Yes.
What's in there?
Figured
Another letter?
house, berries. Time has passed. She got the house, and then she met her friends in Delos Crossing. Because earlier we did that puzzle where we had to pick the bear as the people that we've met.
The princess's loss. Is this from the Book of Goblins?
Not that I know of.
Well, sure looks like it could be.
The Princess Lost. Once upon a time in an ancient and deep forest, there lived a wise princess in a big wooden house. She made it through the woods and to that house with nothing left but the clothes on her back and a single item from her old life, a splendid tiara. She lost almost everything in her desperate flight from the Mad Hunter. The trees tore the rucksack from her back and shredded her dress and left a pattern of red welts on her skin. But through it all, she clutched that tiara to her chest, fearing any misstep could cause it to fall in her arms and break. The tiara had a special spot in the big wooden house, a pillow near the window where sun could catch on its surface and shine and wink. The princess could stare for hours at the tiara, marveling at its beauty and running her thumb down its curves. Every morning she would wake and then tend to it, polishing its every surface to be sure it shone in the brightly as it possibly could. Then she would have plucked it back, place it upon her head, and walk into the woods, feeling somehow more complete. Because what, after all, was a princess without a crown? Every night she would place it upon his pillow, give it a quick kiss, then go to bed. And on her way she would pause and glance back to make sure it was still there. She hated to be separated from it, but she knew it was the safest on the pillow while she slept. One night the princess woke in a raging storm. The wind howled against the walls, rattling the windows in its planes. Fearing a gust must burst open the window and blow the tiara to the ground, she plucked it from its pillow and brought it to her bed with her. All through night she held on the tiara close, and in the morning she woke to find herself still cradling it. The storm had passed, and the princess relaxed. The day was the same as any other, although she perhaps gave the tiara an even more thorough cleaning, grateful as she was that nothing had gone wrong. That night she placed the tiara upon his pillow, gave it a quick kiss, and went to bed, pausing on her way to be sure it was still there. In the morning she woke up and sensed immediately that something was wrong. In the living room, the tiara laid upon the ground, broken, dull, and faded. Nothing else in the room had changed. The pillow was exactly where she left it. The window was closed. There had been no storm, no wind, no sign of anything that could have gone amiss. Only the broken tiara, mute upon the ground. She picked it up and held it in her arms with a gluttering cry. But although she tried to fix and polish it, it was gone, beyond repair, with no shine left. The princess held the tiara through the day and through the next night, sitting in the same spot at the window where she used to polish it. When the sun rose, she looked outside, and her gaze fixed upon a sapling. She remembered how this sapling had survived the winter, clinging on to life despite being frozen, unforgiven earth. Without a word, she went and buried the tiara in the ground beneath the sapling, and as the final scoop of dirt fell, the tiara felt truly gone, and with it, the final link to her old self. She could only go forward and find a new place for herself in this world. She was no longer truly a princess in a tiara and a beautiful gown, but a wan woman alone in a deep and ancient wood. And that was how the princess lost her most precious treasure and her title.
And that was how the princess lost her most precious treasure and her title. That was the story she read us that night.
God, it makes sense now.
Please don't tell me...
Yeah, she got pregnant.
The baby, that's how she lost the baby? The tiara was the baby?
And she ran away to start a new life. And then she made her way to Delos Crossing, where she was finally happy. But then the baby died.
I can't even imagine how she must have felt.
That's what I got from it, too.
She left everything behind, built a whole new life for him. And then he was just gone.
I guess having us helped her move on. But when it looked like we were gonna be taken away, she snapped. She just couldn't lose any more children. It really wasn't anything we did.
I don't know what I'm supposed to do with all this.
I don't either, but all I wanted was to understand what happened to her. And now I do.
Yeah. But we still haven't seen what's in that chest.
Who's their father? Oh boy.
Okay, so how do we open it?
The princess lost her most precious treasure. That's why it all happened.
I still can't wrap my head around it.
All right, should be easy enough.
I don't even know what these symbols mean.
There you go, stalwart moose.
Oh, no.
We'll let the mangy muskrat have his rock back.
Oh, did we already find them all?
Back in your pond, big frog. Gold lady stays locked up in her castle.
Oh, no, we need 3 more. Excuse me?
Crafty goblins go here. That's the pious pelican spot. Moonhag's gotta be imprisoned in her lake.
Oh, we're missing some. I don't know how to solve that puzzle. Is there any clues? Oh, shoot. No, hold on. Hold on. Did I just see that? It's after solving the puzzles, but look, if you turn around, look. We have the letters inside the doors. E-O-L. E-O-L.
Why don't we just break this open? There's a crowbar right downstairs.
What? No.
Which one did we do
You don't want
first?
to try and figure out what all this means?
Did
I'm so done with her riddles.
Ollie? O-L-E?
That crowbar
We
is
did
sounding
O.
pretty nice right now.
L... O-L-E. O-L-E. That's gotta be it, right? O-L-E. O-L-E. It's gotta be pertaining to their first child. O-L-E. O-L-E. O-L-E.
That crowbar is sounding pretty nice
Could it
right
be
now.
Leo? Like the birthday? Like, was the first child a Leo? Well, I feel really... This is going to take me forever. That's got to be it, right? Those letters have to be it. That's the only thing that O-L-E can spell besides Ollie.
Yes.
Yes. Oh my god.
Whoa.
Did it just get darker in here?
This is the most sophisticated shed ever. Oh my goodness.
Ollie. She noticed.
Oh, she wrote us a letter. Dear Allison and Ollie.
I was her son.
We write stories to understand and be understood. But what good is a story without its first act? I'm sorry I kept mine from you for so long. Love, my goblins.
Why does she have a photo of that tree locked in here?
Is that her first baby?
Is that?
Leo Ronan.
Leo. Oh, there's a name.
Why didn't she tell us about him?
I was thinking date of
Why didn't
birth.
she tell us any of this?
I mean, it's fucking terrible. That's why.
I was thinking August.
Allie, did we do the right thing opening this?
We did. It's better we know what happened, even if it's hard.
Leo Ronan.
There's one more thing we need to see.
Are you sure?
Yes.
What's that other thing in the box?
Come on. Let's go to the dock.
No. What else was in the
It's
box?
time to finish this.
Nope. Okay. What is this?
A baby blanket?
Oh, it's a
Hey,
big.
now that we're done with the important stuff, maybe we can take a crack at these?
I thought it was like a handkerchief. So I can't put any more. So I'm missing 2 there. It looks like 2.
The very old beaver's repair list.
That's the story where the princess's house gets damaged by a storm and the animals help her fix it.
Yeah. What did they do to fix it again?
I don't know what story that is. Oh, the beaver fixes their house. Okay. The beaver fixes their house. Once upon a time, in an ancient and deep forest, there lived a wise princess in a big wooden house. One night, on a particular violent storm shook the house. It shook the shingles on the roof and the planks off the walls. It even shook the beams of which the house stood, blowing the whole thing near the ground. The princess hid in the closet, fearing the house would come down on her as she slept. In the morning, the house was still standing, but it was badly damaged. The storm had blown shingles off the roof and the planks off the walls, and even bent the posts where the house stood. The first 2 things she could fix, the last thing she concerned her. So she fixed the shingles, she fixed the planks on the wall. What will I do to spare the princess? For though she knew many things, she did not know how to fix a big wooden house. Just then the old bear came to see if the princess had any trouble in store. The bear is Sam. If the princess had any trouble with the storm. When she found her nailing planks to the back of the house, he said, "Stop, princess, let me do that for you. I'm happy for it," said the princess. "But if you want my help with the roof, you may." When the pair were done with the roof and the walls, they examined the bent support rooms. "I could throw my body against it," said the old bear. "I am very large." He stretched on his hind legs, being sure that the princess could appreciate how large he was, then charged straight to the post. He threw his body against it, and there was an impressive thud. The impact had moved the post, but not too far, and ended up bent in the other direction. The old wise princess decided more precision was needed. She went then into the very old beaver and kept the excellently crafted dam. Perhaps she can help. She went looking for the old beaver and found that the animal worked hard at work slapping down mud on the part of her dam that had been blown apart from the storm. Most of the structures was unarmed because the beaver was very good at building things. The princess knew she had come to the right place. "Beaver," she asked, "my house was damaged in a storm. Would you help me fix it?" "I believe I could do that, yes," said the very old beaver, and she paused at fixing her own den to follow the princess. The very old beaver examined the big wooden house and nodded. "It will be an easy fix," she said, and she set upon writing the posts with loud slaps of her tail. When she was done, the wise princess stroked the beaver's head. "Thank you, beaver," and the wind blew she said, "the wind blew the shingles off the roof and the planks off the walls, and even bent the posts. Now, thanks to you, I still have a home. Think nothing of it." The very old beaver who returned to work on her den once again. That winter, the very old beaver grew ill, very ill. She was not able to fix her own den, nor gather food. When the princess found out, she set upon delivering meals to the beaver. She bought stews of corn and beans, and baskets full of bark and twigs from the beaver's favorite aspen. One day, the wise princess noticed that the beaver's den had begun to fall apart. She set upon fixing it, and though she was not as talented as the very old beaver, the fix kept the creature warm and dry. "Thank you," said the very old beaver. "Of course," said the princess. "You helped me when the storm blew my house near the ground. Thanks to you, I still have a home, and I'm very happy to do the same." The princess continued to nurse the old beaver until the day she came to the dam, and the forest was still. No birds sang, no branches rustled, no small things were scattered around the underbrush. "Oh," the princess said, staring sadly at the dam. She knew that the old beaver had passed on. "Goodbye, my friend," and that is how the very old beaver saved the big wooden house. Okay, so the window was not fixed.
Maybe not.
That was not fixed.
She repaired the water leak. Wait,
There we go.
she fixed the planks that were blown off the walls.
That should be it. Right? Oh,
Maybe not.
there we go.
All right. Damn. That must have been rough on Eddie.
Yeah, he He doesn't really like to talk about her.
Dear man, you cover your ears every time I try to have a conversation with you, so I thought I'll have a better chance doing this in a letter. I know you don't like saying goodbye, but I want to thank you with all my heart for taking care of me for these past few months. I can't even imagine how exhausting it must be for you to look upon a sick old lady when you also have two small children at home. I know you want to keep fighting this disease and hope for recovery, but it has always been a great strength of mine to know when it's time to let go, and this time has come. I'd like to ask you one last favor. Please take care of Eddie after I'm gone. My poor boy puts on a brave face ever since his father died, but I know he's in pain. I would be so much more at peace knowing he still has family. Maybe you could maybe he could teach your kids how to fish. He loves spending time with them. Oh, Carol was the beaver in the stories, and that's Eddie's mom.
The crafty goblin's good deeds.
Of course, the goblins had to help out the creatures of the forest to pay off their debt to the pelican.
Well, what did they do?
You know, I don't really remember. Of course, the goblins had to help out.
Actually, I'm not sure. They broke open the beehive for the bear.
I'm trying to think of... I'm just randomly doing
Or
stuff
not.
because I'm not sure.
They hugged the princess when she was crying. They gave the stalwart moose a good scratch on the back. Nailed it.
That was so by luck. I didn't think we helped the princess. But I was just randomly trying stuff.
Our lives would have been so different if their friendship hadn't gone to shit.
I wish I would have solved it and knew what it meant, but the Pelican Crossing is a specialty gift bouquet located near the O'Shea Glacier, as well as Delos Crossing locals. We specialize in an assortment of high-quality products from home accessories, homemade souvenirs, and personalized apparel to locally made art. The Pelican Crossing will be the first store to act as a relay between the bustling arts and the... Oh, so this is the store. That's interesting.
The old bear's gifts for the princess. I'm totally blanking on that story. What?
Once upon a time in the ancient and deep forest, the old bear stood on the bank of the river, swapping the salmon on their way to the spawning grounds. Just as he'd got to his paw on a particular fat one, he heard a woman shouting for help. He considered simply eating his salmon, but then she screamed again, and he lumbered over to investigate. After a short walk, he found the princess clicking on the top of a tree while a wolf snarled and snapped at the base of the tree. The old bear would normally not get in the middle of such a situation. After all, as a fellow predator, he understood the wolf's need to hunt, but then he saw the princess. He was struck by her beauty and knew he had to help. With a great roar, the bear heaved his hind legs and raising to full height. The wolf snapped and snarled in his direction, but the bear roared again, and the wolf took it off in the trees, tail between the legs. The old bear fell back onto all fours, stared at the princess. She regarded him fearfully. "You can come down. How do I know you didn't save me just so you can eat me yourself?" asked the princess. "I suppose this is a fair question," admitted the old bear, "and promise I won't eat you." The princess had no reason to trust the old bear except that he had kind eyes, and so she slowly made her way down the tree. When she reached the ground, the bear only watched her, and so she supposed that she was not going to be eaten today. "Thank you," she told the old bear. "Of course," he said. "Can I walk you back to your home?" "Of course," said the princess. So the princess and the old bear walked together through the forest back to the whole big wooden house. After that day, the princess would occasionally find gifts from the bear: fresh caught salmon, a handful of ripe berries, a newly bloomed bluebell. One spring, when a sudden thaw flooded the path of the princess, the old bear was there, and she rode his back across the river. The old bear began to think the princess should be his mate. After all, she had no mate, and she needed one, but he could keep her warm and provide her such more suitable den and catch her fish for her and protect her from the wolves. She in turn would brush his fur and pick berries without smushing half of them, and scratch the one part of the back he couldn't reach, and With how she took care of the goblins, she would be an excellent mother to his cubs. One day, the old bear came with a ring of spruce and asked the princess to be his bride. "I'm sorry," said the princess. "You are a very good friend, and I appreciate." Oh, so Sam proposed. I'm assuming. "You are friendly and appreciate all you've done for me. I cannot marry you. You're a bear. I'm a princess, and it would never work." The old bear was crushed. "Can we be friends?" he asked. "We will always be friends, but I will never marry you." The old bear and the princess carried on their friendship, and after 1 year, he tried again to ask her to be his bride, but once again she refused him. This happened 1 year later, and 1 year after that. And then finally the princess said, "Old bear, you are my dear friend, and I appreciate all you have done for me, but I swore I would sooner have you left me with the woods than marry you, and this is how it will always be. I have my hands full with the 2 goblins who live under my house, and they are all I need." The wounded bear wounded the bear deeply, and he was finally enough to stop his proposals. They remained friends, and he continued to give her gifts of fresh salmon, ripe berries, and newly bloomed bluebells. And the old bear never again asked the princess to be his bride, much as he would have wanted to. And that is how the princess befriended the old bear, and how she refused him.
Some roses, maybe?
No.
Wait. Fresh caught salmon? A handful of ripe berries? A newly bloomed bluebell? Nice.
That story's about Sam.
Man,
We're getting
he had
closer.
it bad. Just couldn't let go.
Sam. "Sorry for the note under the door, like a prison inmate. You okay? I stopped by and rang a couple times this week, but you didn't answer. I could see the light in the hayloft, so I figured you were in but didn't want to talk. I hope I didn't ruin everything. I know I probably came on kind of strong, but I think the thing is I don't know how to talk to women like you. You are strong and kind, and you know so much. It's hard for me to know how to keep up. I guess all that went to my head, but I want you to know that I got the message, and I'm going to get out of your hair now, and there doesn't need to be any bad feelings. We can pass in the street and say hello or not. It's okay. P.S. I noticed your car was leaking, so I put some sealant in it. You might need to take it to the shop, though. Let me know if you need me to come with you, because sometimes these guys try to rip you off. If not, it's not a big deal." Sam.
The crafty goblin's loot.
That's from The Princess and the Two Thieves. I drew the original.
And I distinctly remember drawing that cake, which is arguably the best part of that illustration.
All right, Picasso. And you probably remember what the goblins stole in that story, huh?
Once upon a time, in an ancient and deep forest, there lived a wise princess in a big wooden house. The house was built from the strong wood of the forest, and it kept the princess warm and safe. The princess was not a native of the forest, but she never spoke about where she had come from, for it made her cry. She did not have many friends, but that was how she liked it. The forest was big and deep, and many paths led to her house, but not many visitors passed by. The princess was happy to be left alone in the big house in the forest. She knew that the forest would provide her, but that its generosity had to be respected, so she only took what she was needed. For a long time, the life was just fine for the princess in the big wooden house. One winter day, when snow blanketed the earth and ice bent the trees low, the wise princess realized that food was disappearing from her house. It was not much at first, only a few fruits, nuts, and eggs vanishing during the night. "Maybe it's the birds," she said, "or the mice." And for a time, the princess was okay losing some food, for the winter was long and the little creatures needed to eat too. But then small items started to disappear, with spoons and plates. This goes back to the very first time we got to the house, what was under the house. Knives and blankets. It was as if every time she was in one part of the house, something would disappear from another room. That cannot be mice or birds or mice," said the princess. "I think I have a thief." So she went outside to look for traces in the snow and noises in the wind, but there was nothing to be found, nor the heard. "That's strange," said the princess. "Maybe the thief was hiding inside my house." For many days she hunted, looking behind the curtains and under the beds, in the attic and the chimney, behind the poles and under the carpets, and she found nothing. As she searched, food kept disappearing night after night. I will make a cake, frowned the princess. A big cake with every egg and fruit and nut I still have, and so that I only have one thing to keep my eye on. She spent the whole day making the cake and using everything she had left. The cake she made was very big, and then she could hardly carry it. If I manage to protect the cake, I will be able to survive for a long winter, she said. So she added a lock to the oven, and she kept the big cake safe inside. But the next morning, the lock had been opened, and the cake had disappeared. At first, the princess cried because that cake was the last of her food until the winter snow melted. But then she noticed 2 trails of tiny feet that spilled flour and then followed the tracks to a hidden hatch in the floorboards. This is how the princess realized she had 2 tiny little thieves were living under the wooden house right below her feet. And spoon.
Maybe they took some of the princess's fruit? Actually, I'm not sure.
There we go.
That's it. I always wondered where that drawing went. She said it was her favorite, and then one day it just disappeared.
All right.
You really want to go? You sure we've seen everything?
Yeah, let's go. That's every puzzle.
Either way, I'm ready for this to be over.
Me too.
That was every puzzle, so I looked up on that one puzzle. The first optional one. Alright, let's go see that memory again. See who the father was.
This is the spot.
I can't believe he's been down there this whole time. We played Compass and North Star here.
Oh, they're...
I wish she would have just told us.
She tried to tell us. In her own Marianne kind of way.
That's where their brother
Stories.
was buried.
Yeah. What are you thinking?
I feel kind of numb.
I don't know. I know I should feel sad or something, but I'm just kind of stunned.
Poor Marianne. Come on. Let's keep going.
That's a tree, and
It's time for us to figure out who Marianne was arguing with on the dock.
yeah, let's do it. Let's find out. Oh boy. Who is it?
Almost.
Who is it? I knew it! Tom?
Tom Vecchi is our father?
Of course. It had to be him.
Tessa knew, didn't she?
Yeah, she must have. It's what she didn't want to tell us.
God, Marianne and Tom?
I know.
What should we do now?
Yeah, call him out here and make him tell us what was going on.
And if
Yes,
he
right.
won't?
We know his secret. He will. Tom? It's Allison. We need to talk. We know it was you.
I knew it. I know they set it up in the first one, but I wonder what was going on with Marianne with the pills. I guess that she was just obviously fighting depression because of losing her first child, and then with Tom threatening her to take the children away, pushed her over the edge. But does that
Let
really
me take the lead
justify
on
or
this.
explain why
I know him better.
she She was
I
going
thought
to
I
kill
did,
Tyler?
Anyway.
Sure. Whatever.
I
As
think
long as we get
I
answers.
feel like we're still missing something. I don't know what he's about to do, though. Like, is he about to do something crazy? He was trying to burn down the shed.
Kids, listen.
You're our father.
Yes.
You knew how bad it got out here. How little we had. Why didn't you help Marianne?
You mean all the money she wanted? We didn't have anything to spare. Well, that winter was rough on everyone. And you would have starved out here if not for all the free food we gave you.
Don't act like you had anything to do with that. That was all Tessa.
That's a cruel presumption, young man.
Tessa knew.
Maybe it was Tessa's idea initially,
Oh.
but I supported it. And your mother was happy to live off our handouts.
You tried to burn down our... You tried to burn down our barn. You let Marianne drown. Did he let Marianne drown? I'll do the barn first.
You tried to burn down our barn and knocked Tyler unconscious.
I never meant to hurt anybody. You weren't supposed to be home.
Doesn't excuse the fact that you didn't even stop to help.
What do you want me to say? I panicked. I was terrified that this whole thing was going to blow up in my face.
You should.
I had to do something.
So what do we do now?
We tell him he's got to fix the mess he made, one way or another.
You were here that night. You saw Marianne and Tyler. Why didn't you help?
I know it wasn't my best moment, but she threatened my life.
So you just decided to let her drown?
I didn't decide anything. Everything happened so fast, I panicked. And by the time I got to town, Brown was already on his way out. There was nothing else I could do.
Hey. You hearing me?
Yep. Sorry. I'm trying really hard to keep myself from punching him
Punch
in the
him.
face.
Punch him, please.
Does he really expect us to believe there wasn't anything else he could have done that night?
I don't know, Allie. I'd rather not think about it.
He's not even the least bit sorry for what he did. He could have seriously hurt you.
Punch him.
Yeah. He's just a fucking coward.
You failed us, Tom. You need to make it right.
I'll do whatever you want. As long as none of this gets out.
Oh, no, this gotta get out.
Excuse me?
This has gotta get out.
You want me to pay for my mistakes? Fine. But please, Tessa can't
Oh, so
know.
Tessa doesn't know.
This would kill her.
Tessa already knows, Tom.
No. That's impossible.
It never occurred to you the reason Tessa cut Marianne off was you?
But she never said anything. Oh, Lord.
You should try talking to your wife. Maybe if you had, we wouldn't be in this situation. And maybe Marianne wouldn't be dead.
Come on. You of all people should appreciate how troubled Marianne was. She was unhinged. Something like this would have happened sooner or later.
You preyed on her. You abandoned her. You abandoned. I don't know about
And
preyed.
you just couldn't risk being there when it happened. Even though it meant leaving her to raise kids out here all by herself. None of this would have happened if you'd manned the fuck up.
I didn't have a choice. I know it shouldn't have happened. But, well, your mother was a very pretty woman.
Punch him.
And she'd been so many places and done so many things. The way I always thought I would have. I got caught up. Love made me a fool. Look, I made mistakes. But this will not go any further than the three of us.
Why? We know. Tessa knows. Marianne's dead. There's no point in hiding it anymore.
He's afraid it'll tank his campaign. Am I wrong?
Jesus, Tom.
I've kept your secret all these years. I don't want to go spilling it. But I will if I have to.
What?
Don't threaten her.
Yeah. Your little story about self-defense. I've never told anyone how Marianne really died. That night, I came out here
No, the
because
truth.
I was worried about your mother.
Oh boy. So we're gonna know the truth about Marianne too.
Why do they do it? They made me do it. They made me do it. Why did they do it? It's his fault. It's his fault.
Manhunter! Wait, no! Stop!
So Tom's the Mad Hunter, obviously. Which you already knew. I wanted to see before this. I wanted to see the interaction with them.
Please.
This is what I don't get, though.
I'm not gonna...
Oh, I'm not gonna hurt you. So they thought of it different. She was trying to protect him and said, I'm not gonna hurt you. And Allison heard it different.
No. No way. You're a fucking liar.
I saw what I saw.
You're manipulating us just like you manipulated her.
Tyler!
You're not listening to this, are you?
Be smart about this, Allison.
Punch him.
Are you sure you want this to get out? You've got way more here to lose than he does.
Oh. See, I think he's lying. I think he's
His
lying.
name will be all but clear, but you'll be a killer. What will your uncle say?
Uncle knows.
And Michael? Well, the whole town might turn on you.
He's lying.
Don't touch her.
He's lying.
You know I'm right.
Just get out of here, Tom.
No.
Tyler and I need to talk alone.
Just please think twice before making any rash decisions.
He's trying to threaten them.
There are a whole lot of lives at stake here.
Leave us the fuck alone. And never come back.
I think he's lying to try to intimidate them. get the real memory.
Allie, you okay? You didn't let that asshole get to you, did you? Did you?
What if he's right? I've been having all of these nightmares about that night, and they were a lot like how Tom said. And now, when I try to remember, that's all I can see.
He's trying to mess with your head, and you're letting it work.
No, it's more than that. Ever since we started digging, I haven't been able to shake this feeling like something's off.
Something's off because he put this in your head. Don't let him get away with it.
He might not be lying. We keep getting things mixed up. We remember totally different versions of the past.
Those are just details. This isn't that. She was going to kill me.
I'm not so sure anymore, Tyler.
Oh no. She's seeing the memory again. Oh, what happened? I don't see why she would hold a gun like that. Oh no. Which memory? Oh, they don't. Please don't
She
tell me.
had a gun pointed at
Don't
me.
tell me they're gonna make me
She
decide.
chased me. She said she was going to kill me.
Don't make me decide. Oh, don't do this.
She threatened Tom with those exact same words, with the same gun on the same pier. The thing you said to Eddie the other day got thrown back at me. Don't you think it's possible that happened here too?
I guess it's possible.
Just don't make me decide.
Fuck. I don't know. And we're never gonna know the truth, are we? Because the second you walk away from something, that's it.
Yeah.
I guess at this point, you just have to decide what you believe.
Me?
Yeah. You need to start dealing, Allie. And that means coming to terms with whatever version of the past feels the most true to you. No more running. Whatever you choose, you gotta live with it, okay?
Don't do this. Oh, no.
I'm gonna hurt you. I'm going to kill you.
All right, we gotta talk about this. Oh boy. I don't think.
I'm not gonna hurt you. not gonna hurt you. I'm going to kill you!
You know, I think with that flashback that Allison keeps hearing of the "I'm going to kill you," I think that is triggering her when they heard them say that to Tom on the boat. I don't think, from everything we've learned and everything, especially in the shed or the top loft of the barn, I just don't see how I don't think Marianne would have done everything to protect her kids. With Leo, what happened to Leo, and then all this time that she spent building these memories for her kids.
I'm going to kill you!
I think Allison had a flashback
I'm going to kill
from that boat
I'm gonna hurt you.
when she threatened Tom, and just like now, her memory went off, and she thought Marianne said, "I'm gonna kill you," but I don't think she did, because I don't see her. She was very understanding of Tyler. I think we're gonna go with
I'm not gonna hurt you.
not threatening.
I'm not gonna hurt you. I'm not gonna hurt you. I'm not gonna hurt you.
That's terrible.
Please. No, don't do this.
It's terrible for Allison.
This isn't what.
She was going to kill herself. Just herself. You interrupted her and we got confused.
Are you sure?
Yes. That attic. Tyler, that was meant for us. It was our way of explaining what she was going through. I made a horrible mistake.
Hey, it's okay. I'm here.
Man, I hate that Tom was right. Or that I think Tom was
Hey,
right.
peep what I just found downstairs.
I think he was trying to
What do you think?
I think he was.
Will it have aged well, or just gone bad?
Poor Allison.
Where are you at right now?
I just keep hearing her say she wasn't going to hurt you. Over and over.
We were kids. We freaked out. You weren't equipped to deal with that shit.
She was just talking to you. And I killed her.
Stop.
I don't want to use our voice again. Ever.
What? Seriously?
I don't know. But I want to stop feeling like this. And I think we'll be better off without it. This morning, I kept getting these horrible visions. Of you and Marianne and Eddie.
Visions. Like our memories?
Yeah, but different. It was all my worst thoughts brought to life. You were in my bedroom saying I abandoned you. Eddie called me a snake.
I'm sorry. I should have been there for you.
It's okay. I was the one who walked out. I can't let that happen again.
I don't think it will. Something's been pushing us to find answers. And now we have them. Maybe I'm wrong. And if it stays bad, we can stop. But I really want to keep what makes us, us.
The Mad Hunter was forced to remain below the lake with the Moon Hag, but she did not kill him, because even reduced to just one hand, he was too useful a servant. Lo, he plotted the day he would emerge.
Brothers and
To
sisters?
once again hunt the wise princess and earn back his left hand. Always. And that is the story of how the crafty goblins rescued the wise princess from the Mad Hunter.
I kind of want to go and confront Tessa again. I wish I would have not forgiven her now. Or at least put that out there. Six months later. Okay. Well, we still at the house. Oh, buzzed hair.
One last look. I'm good to go. Hey, it's me.
Hey, me.
House is empty. I'm getting ready to head out. So, last chance. Is there anything you want me to do while I'm in town?
Listen, Ty, you're dropping off the keys with Tina, right?
Yep, gonna leave them at her office on my way to the ferry.
Well, that's it then.
Oh, she's already moved.
How's Juno?
Big and full of people, even without tourists. Michael's been writing up rules for the apartment. I need your support against his whole food policy.
Just refuse to sign anything until I get there. Okay?
Okay, but you better hurry. If he gets his way, we'll only have one small shelf for junk food.
What? Heresy. I'm gonna need like twice that just for snack cakes after my surgery next month.
I know, right? This cannot stand.
How are you?
Good, actually. Really good. You?
Same. You know, emptying the house really cleared my head out.
Thanks for doing that. The observatory really needed me this week. And after everything that happened, I just felt like I needed to keep some miles between me and Delos Crossing.
No worries. You still loving your therapist?
Gail, yes. I was actually just doing some letter writing she assigned me as homework. It really helped me get some perspective.
That sounds awesome.
That's really good.
Did you see the article I sent you about Tom losing the election?
Ah, yes. I saw your message right before derby practice, so I didn't have time to read it. But I did cackle at the headline.
Did you picture Tom's face whenever you went in for a block?
No, but that is a great idea.
Anyways, I'm glad Tessa finally left his ass. Karma is a bitch. Okay, I'm gonna hang up now.
See you tonight.
Okay, I'm gonna take one last walk through the house and then head to the ferry.
Drive safe.
Pretty sure that's the only way possible in the old Allison Mobile.
Love you, Tyler.
Love you.
So Tom lost the election and Tessa left him. Very interesting. Hey goblins, word on town is that you finally sold the house. I came by tonight to help you fix what needs to be fixed, and there's no one home. Are you gone already? Things change so fast these days. Anyway, you know where I am, where to find me if you need me to fix anything. So if you're still in town, I mean, it's getting late and I'm pretty tired. Oh, and I'm sorry for acting like the stupid ass I am. Every time I look, I think about what used to be. I've been trying to do better, and I think it might be too late for the old bear like me. Not sure if this will reach you. It's getting late. Call me if you're still around. Be safe. P.S. I wish it was as easy to fix everything as a boat. Sam.
Man, seeing it empty is so weird. But at least it's the last time we'll ever have to.
Michael, must be a relief to finally get done with the place, no doubt. If traffic's too bad, I should be back at our place around 4 p.m. Traffic in Dallas, only the mailbox bandit escaped. Hey, I'm making that biscuit thing you like. Oh, damn, I'm on my way. I'm taking the computer. I ain't leaving the computer. The mailbox bandit. Go back up to our room one last time to see.
Goodbye, room. Goodbye, room.
Send a
Goodbye, man on the moon. For posterity.
Nothing there.
Certainly hope the new owners are Mr. or Mrs. Fix-It.
That's gotta be really difficult walking around. Two goblins. Alright, I guess we will head out. I just wanna... Oh, another letter.
Huh. Well, at least she finally dumped his
Tessa.
ass.
Dearest Tyler and Allison, I am writing this letter from Juneau International Airport, where I soon board a plane on a missionary assignment. I apologize for not coming in person to say goodbye, but I was called to make this decision alone and carry it out on my way as well. I am sure you understand that sometimes you must follow without question and prompting of the Spirit. I will not be coming back to Delos Crossing for some time. Before I go, there's something I must confess to you both. Perhaps I have never found the strength to confront my husband. I have never been able to forgive Mary Ann for her betrayal. I truly did love you both like my own children. And I always tried to forgive your mother for her unapologetic lifestyle. But when I discovered that you were the fruit of her affair with my Thomas, I wanted her to suffer like I was suffering. And I brought down on your house the wrath I never dared allow to unfold in mine. I've been deeply ashamed all these years, and I'm surprised how much better I feel with it out in the open. The greatest thing about truth is that the peace it brings to your life. I hope you can find it in your heart to forgive me. You have taught me once again how love will bring you further in life, something that Marianne had been trying to show me all along. Take care of each other always. In his steps, Tessa. Okay, so...
Sucks to suck, Thomas Anthony Fecky.
So Tessa must have brought it out and open. What did I say? Yep, let's do it. So Tessa must have told everyone and left them. Don't feel bad for him at all. For Tessa. I mean, for Tom.
Well, this is goodbye for real, I guess.
I feel kind of sad. I don't want to leave.
Hey, Aaron. It's Tyler Ronan. I thought I'd catch you on your break between sessions, but I guess you're going along with another rebel with too many causes. I know I haven't reached out since I left Fireweed, but I just wanted to say, well, you were right about grief, about it going in circles. This morning, I was out on the porch staring at the fog, and my mother, she just tumbled right out of me. But it was okay. It actually felt good to remember. Anyway, give me a call back if you get a chance. I'll see you around. And thank you.
Oh boy. That was so good. I did not want to leave the story. I did not want to leave the story. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed watching this, and taking this journey with me, and I've really enjoyed it. I think the reason why I chose remembering Marianne that way is obviously from the very beginning of the game, their memories of Marianne were very negative. But the more you dove deep into Marianne's story and the letters and what people have said about her, I just don't think she would have. I had my doubts, or probably midway through, that we were missing something. I thought she was having some kind of mental break, but obviously she did. I mean, I think she might have was planning to end her life there. It's hard to tell because I don't know exactly the timeline of that, but I'm glad they got some closure with it, and seemed like they're on the right track, especially seeing therapy and kind of trying to deal with it and move on. The Tom situation is just hard to explain because he's just a jerk. I'm glad kind of things that came up, how his story ended, served him right. I mean, he could have helped, just like what they talked about. Could have helped, could have not threatened her. Obviously, Tessa has a lot of blame too, because she called child abuse. I mean, she obviously was feeling very hurt and betrayed by both of them, and tried to have her suffer as well, which ultimately led to this whole situation. So, let me know what your thoughts are. How do you think the game ended? Are you satisfied with kind of closing the chapter in that book? And go from there. Let me see some of the stats and go from there. Allison was grateful they completed Marianne's puzzle. 81% completed the puzzle. I think I was really confused with the puzzle at first until I turned around and saw that the letters were on the doors. It was a little tricky that they're not in order, but I was thinking Leo, like the sign Leo. I didn't even think about the name, and I don't know if they said Leo is the name of Marianne's first son or not, but 81% were in the majority there. Allison was influenced by Tom's testimony. Oh, 61% believed in Tom's testimony. 39% believed in the twins' memory. I'm really, really curious how the dialogue would have been different if you would have believed that Marianne still tried to kill Tyler. My personal opinion is I don't think Marianne would have. So I don't think I would have ever picked that one. But I could see that because Tom obviously is a very manipulator. So he definitely tried to steer them that way. The twins trusted their bond and kept their voice. Oh, I didn't even realize you could not. But I guess with the dialogue, 94% held on to their voice, of course. 6% let go of their voice. And I wonder if that would change the bond at the end of it with them not being as close. I'm assuming that would have. I don't even know if this game gets multiple endings. I'm assuming it would have. And that would have been a very different ending of them not really kind of reuniting and going to live together. Eddie was relieved that Allison accepted responsibility for the murder. 66% confessed the truth. Wow, that is lower than I would have imagined. I thought that would be a lot higher. I thought that would have been like this, 94%. But I think Eddie deserved the truth because this whole time, Eddie has been nothing but respectful and kind to us. So I think he deserved the truth. Sam felt understood by Allison. Oh, wow. 31% confronted Sam with his addiction. 69% listened to Sam's story. I think it's really important to listen to his story because obviously he cared and loved for Marianne, and that is undeniable. And I think Marianne rejecting his love all those years and what happened to her and that he wasn't there to protect her is what really drove him to drinking and, well, being an alcoholic. So over drinking, and like his whole life has been at a spiral since that event happened. Michael felt closer to Tyler. 66% kissed Michael, 34% did not. Yeah, I mean, I think that was the right moment. So I stand by that decision for sure. Oh, that's it. So that is going to end our series of Tell Me Why. I have thoroughly enjoyed it. Let's go back to the screen of them. I really loved the storyline. Playing through it has been a lot of fun. So with that, we'll need a new game. So if you have any suggestions on any games that we can play through with the Let's Play series and play through it, let me know. Give me some suggestions. If not, I'll pick a game probably the next few days, and then start a new series. We will also have some Animal Crossing videos coming out as well. So with that, I really appreciate you guys hanging out and enjoying the series with me. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, more is to come, and have a good day, and just be kind and nice to each other. Thank you very much. Bye bye.